Bienvenue at the Vintage Kids. Bienvenue. Welcome to the Vintage Kids. It's a Yoda's Workshop podcast. Alors, bienvenue à cet deuxième épisode. Welcome to this second episode of this podcast. This week, I hope everyone's doing great. I hope everyone had a great week. I hope everyone is doing what they love in life. Cette semaine, les sujets que nous allons voir. Je vais commencer avant de parler des sujets. Before we talk about what we're going to see, if you did not saw it in the description, si vous n'avez pas encore vu. Hey, Greg Marshall. Ooh, I'm a little thrown on. What I want to say first is that all our podcasts will be now available on YouTube. I've opened the Yoda's Workshop YouTube page. So you'll, there you go. See, I opened up this YouTube page for us to get all the Yoda's Workshop videos, but mostly the Vintage Kids podcast. So, oui, je vais dire en français. As usual, I always say in French and in English. Bonjour, Aaron Moffat, but it's Moffat in French, you see. As usual, I'm going to do my best to do this in French and in English. So you guys, if you join us and I'm speaking in French, no worries. I always try to do my best to do both languages because, as you know, we have I'm located in Quebec, Canada, where we live with Inuits and polar bears just right outside our doors, and it's winter most of the year, but not today. Aren't you watching the Leafs game? Okay, that's it. I'm coming for you. No, well, did you see? That's a good point. If you guys weren't watching TV, I'm going to tell you guys that Montreal Canadiens just got first round pick for this year pick. Whoa, just saying. Donc, ce que je disais en français, en anglais tantôt, j'ai ouvert une page YouTube Yoda's Workshop. Donc, on va retrouver sur cette page YouTube tous les podcasts de Vintage Kids et évidemment les vidéos que je peux faire ou que j'ai déjà fait pour Yoda's Workshop, que ce soit pour une convention ou whatever. Shane Wright ou Lafrenière? Lafrenière, là. Envoyez-moi ça, les juniors, là. Envoyez-moi ça, là, à Sherbrooke, tu sais. Non. À Fredericton. So, yes, so welcome. Happy to see you guys over here. As usual, I'm going to try to do my best to make this interesting for everyone. Je vais essayer de faire de mon mieux pour que ça soit intéressant pour tout le monde. Donc, j'ai choisi quelques sujets pour cette semaine. I've chosen a couple of subjects that I want to talk about this week. I'm not just going to talk about one thing. Because there's a lot of news going on in the Star Wars world or sci-fi world or whatever. By the way, I'm sorry, but I forgot to put up my banner, so you're stuck with my my bins. It's not Star Wars toys in there. Yes, it is. Most of it. So, donc les sujets que je vais parler aujourd'hui, que je veux faire le tour avec vous dans cette deuxième épisode de podcast de Vintage Kids, c'est la série Kenobi et la série Ashoka. Juste faire un petit clin d'œil. Et je vais même glisser un petit mot sur la série Moon Knight. It's all about the bins, but the bins make you farts. Fart gives you farts, make you fart. Bins in French, it's beans. So anyway, yeah, we're going to talk about, first of all, the subjects I want to talk about. First one is the Kenobi TV series, also the Ahsoka one, and even the Marvel Moon Knight series, because I think that there's a few, there's a couple of things. I can say there's something like in my beard I read. Fart, fart. Okay, sorry. It's time to shave. I'm starting to get a lot of white over there. That's not vintage kids, eh? Yeah. Okay. Le deuxième sujet que je veux parler aujourd'hui, the second subject I want to talk about today is the Ashlab projects. The three so far that we know from Star Wars Hasbro. And the other subject I want to talk about is pre-orders. Well, pre-orders, items that you can pre-order. What do you think about what I think about it? I'm going to go through this. So I have my little notes over here. I'll do my best to cover everything. Maybe we're going to start talking about this and we're going to go way over there. We'll see. I got my special shirt today. Free Boba Fett. Firing rockety thing. And my Simpson. I'm ready for tonight's the night, baby. Okay. So first subject. Let's talk about the Kenobi. Hello there. You must do what you feel is right, of course. Well, what I feel is right is I'm gonna watch that series. Why? Because it's Kenobi. Kenobi! I mean, we cannot talk about the Kenobi series without talking about what we've seen already. On ne peut pas parler de la série Kenobi sans parler de ce qu'on a déjà vu pour l'instant à date dans les séries Disney Plus que Star Wars nous a offert. Of course, most of us, I presume most of us, me included, fell in love with The Mandalorian. For so many reasons. Is it Baby Yoda? Is it the Mandalorian? Is it the fact that we have we're going back to this old dirty world and whatever? But there's so many reasons. After that, we got season 2. Was pretty great. I mean, episode 1 of season 2 is still one of my favorite one with the Crate Dragon. Great effects, great storytelling, great graphics, great everything. So season 2 was pretty amazing. And then we got the Book of Boba Fett. That's something that everyone was hoping because in the past years we've heard rumors that we might have a Boba Fett movie. But we did not get that Boba Fett movie. Looking forward for Kenobi. You're right. I'm sorry, I'm reading the comments maybe a little late. The way they build slowly the Mando show, wow, great. Exactly. There's so many reasons why we've went in the Mandalorian with open arms, or I don't know, we just fell in love again with Star Wars. En français, c'est in French. Donc, on peut pas parler de Kenobi sans parler de Mandalorian. Il y a plein de raisons pourquoi on est tombé en amour avec The Mandalorian. C'est-tu le storytelling? C'est-tu les personnages? Baby Yoda? C'est-tu le fait de retourner dans l'univers de Star Wars qui est greedy, qui est pas greedy, mais qui est sale, puis qui est comme... de retrouver un peu ce feeling-là. Saison 1, ça nous a comme tout blown away. Puis après ça, ben, saison 2, on a trippé pas mal. Disons qu'on n'a pas été... Moi, j'ai pas été déçu. Peut-être l'épisode 2, là, je comprends que c'est un petit flashback qu'ils ont fait, un petit clin d'œil là, aux araignées. Là. I've loved season 2, but let's say that the episode 2 from season 2 with the spider things, I understand it was like a wink, but a little homage to Ralph McQuarrie and the things that he drawn for the Dagobah planet with Yoda and for Empire Strikes Back. But anyway, totally understand. Also a little thing about aliens because it was exactly like aliens. And anyway, so bon, on continue en français. Ensuite, après saison 2, on a eu la saison de Boba Fett, The Book of Boba Fett. Book of Boba Fett, on avait tous hâte, je pense, parce que bon, depuis plusieurs années, on parlait qu'elle allait peut-être avoir un film, c'était pas clair. Je pense qu'il y a même un jeu qui a été cancellé, puis qu'on n'a pas eu la chance de voir. Donc, quand Book of Boba Fett est arrivé, on a fait comme OK. Puis, tu sais, le end credit à la fin de saison 2, c'était comme OK, ça va être badass. But when the Book of Boba Fett showed up, a lot of people didn't really enjoyed it as much. There were some part of the show that was like, I don't know, I don't know. Some people said, well, Boba Fett is not the Boba Fett that I thought it would be, or it's not the Boba Fett that we used to know, or he's way too much like soft, and we heard all kinds of stuff. But personally, by the way, I've been in the movies for, I've not been like watching movies. I've been watching movies my whole life, but I've been working in movies and video and everything for my whole life. So I know a little bit about the way you prepare your scenario, you prepare your storyline. And for me, and I'm only talking from my point of view, what I did not enjoy about the Book of Boba Fett is I think there was a way that they presented the flashback was probably not the right way. I would have done it differently, but that's, once again, that's me. Je pense qu'un des problèmes qu'il y avait dans le Book of Boba Fett, c'est que la manière qu'ils ont présenté le storyline, c'est la raison que je dis ça, c'est que ça fait comme au-dessus de 30 ans que je fais des films où je suis réalisateur. Je connais un peu la façon de présenter les scénarios et tout ça. Je pense qu'il y a eu un problème au niveau de la structure de la présentation des flashbacks. Je crois que si l'histoire avait été présentée dans l'ordre chronologique, donc on commence avec Boba qui sort du Sarlacc, et on continue, on présente dans le fond dans les premiers épisodes tout ce qui se passe avec les Tusken Raiders puis tout ça jusqu'à la fin comme c'était supposé là. Je crois qu'on aurait eu une structure narrative plus intéressante. I think that if they had presented the Book of Boba Fett chronologically without the flashback put in several ways, not in the same. Love the background. True collector. You're right, Robert. It's not toys. Yes, it is. So I think that they should have put the storyline in the right chronology. So saying that we started with Boba Fett coming out of the Sarlacc. You start with that. Boom. Big hit. And then you tell the story that he meets with the Tusken Raiders and he learns stuff and they change. You see him change. You're witnessing the fact that this guy that we know as Boba Fett is living through changes, and that explains how he is now. Instead of starting like, why is he like that? Why is he doing this? Why is he acting like that? And I'm not talking about the actor. Why is that character's doing this stuff? And I think that if it would have been presented in the right way, we would understood why he was acting that way. So it would be I think it would have been a little better. Some people hated the scooter gang, or la gang des BMX là, in French. Mais anyway, overall, it was a good show. I'm ready for more. I would be really happy to see more. And all of this just for saying that the Kenobi series coming. I presume that most of you guys saw the trailers, and if you did not, I invite you to, if you're not watching this live, go forward because I'm gonna maybe talk about the trailer a little. Um, I hope they won't use the same structural way that they presented the Book of Boba Fett. I hope it's going to be in the right chronologic forme. J'espère que pour le Book of Kenobi, ouais. Pour Kenobi, que ça va être présenté vraiment dans un ordre chronologique et ça sera pas tout mélangé, là, tu sais. Uh, and I hope that we're really going to feel that we are on Tatooine. It's not that we did not feel that we were on Tatooine on the Book of Boba Fett, but I don't know. Something was like, I don't know. Okay. I hope that we're gonna go back. That there will be. How can I say this? I hope that they'll be using the same atmosphere like it was for Episode 4. Donc j'espère qu'ils vont servir de Tatooine de la même façon qu'ils s'en ont servi vraiment pour épisode 4, de la manière qu'ils nous l'ont présenté. Je comprends pour le Book of Boba Fett, c'est différent parce que c'est après Return of the Jedi. I totally understand that Tatooine might have changed a little due to the fact that it's after Return of the Jedi and things are changing and like in the Mandalorian, that's okay. But I hope that we'll get that feel from Kenobi that we are on Tatooine. But they are presenting new planets. We're supposed to go to new places. There's this place that they say it's like a homage to Tokyo or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm not. Ils nous présentent des nouvelles planètes, puis on est supposé aller sur une planète qui est comme un hommage à Tokyo, là, un peu la version japonaise, tout ça. Puis, euh, j'espère qu'on s'en ira pas trop vers le cartoonish de Bad Batch. What I mean is, I hope that we're not gonna go all the way to the cartoonish feel from the Bad Batch, which I totally love the Bad Batch, but I mean, Bad Batch is a comic TV show. It's not a real life TV show. So I hope that they'll. I mean, the reason why I'm saying this, when are they in? I don't remember where they are, but when they get the Rancor in Bad Batch, the feel of the city is like really okay. You're in Star Wars, but you know that you're not in real Star Wars. I don't know how to say it. It's like really cartoon, so it doesn't feel perfect. Anyway, I hope we're gonna go back to the real thing. Um, Everyone's talking about the fact that Kenobi's gonna fight once again Darth Vader. Donc, on est supposé avoir un combat, un nouveau combat Darth Vader contre Obi-Wan. Ah, c'était-tu nécessaire, tu sais? Is it really necessary? Do we really need them to fight again? Uh, I'm gonna use the same comparison that they did for Jaws. In great movies or great suspense or horror movie, you don't have to see the villain as much. You don't really have to see the killer or the shark, you know. And I think that it would be also great if we can see Vader, but just to show that he is in the shadows. He's there. You can feel his presence. But to bring him back and fight again, one on one, I don't know. Once again, that's my personal opinion. It's worth as much as that bottle of water. Donc, je sais pas si c'est une bonne idée de les remettre encore une fois à se combattre au sable laser. Puis tu sais, c'est comme. Moi, il me semble que je le laisserais beaucoup plus encore dans l'ombre, un peu comme dans les bons films d'horreur, de suspense. le méchant, le requin, tu le montes pas, tu le montes, mais juste un peu, puis tu montes le suspense, puis tu sais qu'il est là anyway. We all know what Vader looks like. We all know what he is up to. So, to put him in front of our faces, I don't know. We'll see. Perhaps I'm going to watch the hello there. Perhaps we're gonna watch the TV show and go say, "Oh man, that was amazing!" And as long as it brings something to the rest of this universe, I'm okay with it. But just to put him in front there and look, it's Vader. I don't know. Like in Rogue One, what they did in Rogue One, that was great. He shows up in the hallway, and that's it. But it was great. It lasted like 30 seconds. Thank you very much. The effect was very good. They even took out some parts in Rogue One of Vader to see him just at the end. So I hope they're. I would love to see them doing the same. Don't put him too much on the show. I mean, it's called Kenobi. I understand that Vader is part of that story too, but like I said, you don't have to show him. Yes, yeah, in Rogue One it was great. So I can't wait to see that show. It's going to be great. I think the best part is to see again Ewan McGregor in Obi-Wan, because I know for a lot of people, Ewan McGregor, for some people, is like Moulin Rouge. He's I forgot the name of the movie. What's the first they did two when he was kid with drugs and stuff? Train Spotting. Okay, I mean for a lot of people, Train Spotting. That's where they well for me, this is the first time I saw Ewan McGregor. But for so many of us, he is Kenobi. I mean, he did in the prequels. That's probably the best thing that came out of the prequel is Ewan McGregor's performance, not the hairstyle, but the performance. So I just can't wait to see. I hope people will enjoy it. I hope that it will be fun. Um, and well, even if it's not perfect, even if it's perfect, as usual, Star Wars fans, some of them will find little things. Oh, that's not right. Everyone's can say what they think. They all have the right to their opinion. Tout le monde a le droit de dire ce qu'ils veulent. On ont le droit de dire leurs opinions puis tout ça. Mais bon, comme n'importe quoi qui sort de Star Wars, il y a toujours quelque chose qui font pas leur affaire, là. Je sais pas, là, je vais prendre ça, puis oh mon Dieu, c'est pas correct, là. On dirait que, bon, Bib Fortuna, il y a de la marde d'en face. Um, there's always someone who's not happy with something. It doesn't look right. If you're taking something from the cartoons and you bring it to life, I mean, it's not going to look exactly the way it was in the cartoon. I mean, um, donc c'est ça. Même si les gens, la scène qui rentre dans les tapis gelés dans Trainspotting, wow. Ouais, mais c'est quand il sort de la toilette. Moi, c'est celle-là que j'aime le plus. In Trainspotting, the scene that when he comes out of the toilet. Yeah, I will never show this part of the movie to my mom because she's gonna ask me to tell her where it is so she could go clean it up. OK. Hey, ça a l'air de rien, mais ça fait déjà quasiment 30 minutes que je vous parle de Kenobi. Je vais faire un petit clin d'œil à Ashoka. I want to talk about a little about Ashoka. You probably saw it yesterday. They started filming. They started production yesterday. Ils ont commencé à filmer Ashoka hier. Bon, là, maintenant, on connaît Ashoka. On l'a vu dans Mandalorian. Et puis... Rosario, I forgot her first name. I'm sorry. She's doing a great job. I think it's great casting. She's doing. I'm okay with it. That's not a problem for me. Hello, Sam et Annie. Donc, je suis pas trop inquiet non plus pour Ashoka. Ce que ça représente également, c'est qu'il y a une forte possibilité qu'on se ramasse avec un Tron. Qui va être casté pour Tron? Moi, personnellement, ça serait Cumberbatch. I mean, if you want to cast someone for Tron for the Ashoka show, I mean, it's Cumberbatch. He's going to say penguins at least once in that show, probably. Euh, donc, pour Ashoka, ben, est-ce qu'on va voir les autres personnages également de Rebels? Peut-être, c'est une bonne idée, oui, probablement. Je pense que c'est intéressant. On va probablement savoir voici que Ezra s'est ramassé avec les fameuses baleines de l'espace. We're probably gonna know. Yeah, Rosario Dawson, merci. Um, Star Wars is like life. Not everything is great, but it's worth it in the long run. You're exactly right, Jim. Exactement, Jim, c'est en plein ça. Some people will complain, but I'm just along for the ride. That's a great. This you should start a podcast named that. Some people will complain, but I'm just along for the ride. Episode 3 with Jim Arsenault. Hey, je pense qu'il y a quelque chose à faire avec ça, mon ami. Um, yeah, I just want to say that we're gonna have some news eventually about the Ahsoka like we did yesterday. We won't get a trailer very soon. On n'aura pas de trailer bien vite par Ahsoka parce que ça vient juste d'être commencé de filmer, mais ça va être intéressant. Je veux faire également un petit clin d'œil à un show qui m'a jeté un peu à terre. I want to talk about a show that really gave me goosebumps. And I was really surprised because I was not expecting any wow factor from that show, and it's Moon Knight. The Marvel's Moon Knight with our friend Poe Dameron. Donc, j'ai été très surpris de la série Moon Knight avec notre ami Poe Dameron. Je m'attendais à vraiment comme à rien, puis j'ai eu des très 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 grandes surprises par rapport à ce show-là. And here's why. I think that they did an amazing job presenting not a superhero, not a necessarily well they did a great balance balance just like in this show, but they did a great job presenting on one side the how do you say it, les problèmes mentaux, um, mental disease, yes, defect, or I mean, I was blown away by the fact that they would present this character not like a superhero, but like someone that is sick. Merci, mental illness. Voilà. C'est ça, hein, le live, je peux pas me revirer de bord puis checker dans mon qu'est-ce qui est écrit. Je m'en rappelais plus. Donc, they did an amazing job presenting a character with mental illness. C'est incroyable la façon qu'ils ont présenté ça parce que tu as l'impression d'aller chercher un peu le sensationnel, le spectaculaire du super-héros. Ça, c'est cool, mais tu tombes rapidement dans le... Wow, OK, le personnage a un problème. Le gars vit... euh, le gars, il vit vraiment comme un problème élevé dans sa tête. Puis je pense que ça a été extrêmement bien représenté. Puis ça l'a même enlevé énormément de lumière sur le super-héros. So what I was saying is that what I've enjoyed about this is that they did not only put the spotlight on that Moon Knight character, but they took the spotlight and put it on the mental illness of that character, and it was really well presented. I'm not a specialist on mental illness, but I think it was really, really, really well presented. And for once, we were not just watching a guy shooting around or killing people and flying or you know what I mean. It was not Thor. It's not. It was not like. I mean, anyway, it put a really human uh, perspective on that character, and I really enjoyed it. So, donc, c'est vraiment bon de la manière, je trouve, qu'ils ont présenté l'aspect humain du personnage, tandis que juste de mettre ça sur le super-héros, puis qu'il y ait des explosions, puis tout, c'est très, 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 très intéressant. C'était très bien présenté, puis c'était pas évident à suivre. It was not easy to follow because you're like, what the hell's going on? But that's what I enjoy. It's like, what? That's a great twist. Like, that's a great point, you know? Donc, j'ai trouvé ça vraiment bon. And I really hope that Poe Dameron's going to get an Emmy or something for that performance because, I mean, I saw him first in the Coen's Brother movie where he plays guitar, and he did a great performance in that movie. Great, great performance. And I also saw a movie where he's like a gangster in Boston, I think. I don't remember. I don't recall the name of that movie. Uh, but for that show, amazing performance. Anyway, that's what I want to talk about. I wanted to talk about Moon Knight. C'est ce que je voulais dire de Moon Knight. Pour ceux qui l'ont pas vu, juste pour la performance de Oscar Isaac, ça vaut la peine. Même si les gens qui n'aiment pas les choses de super-héros, pour voir la performance puis de voir comment est-ce que ça a été présenté, je trouve ça vraiment génial. C'est très, très bon. Donc, c'est mon petit clin d'œil pour Moon Knight. Je veux maintenant parler de Ashlab. Let's talk about the Ashlab projects that we've all saw. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great project. I've got to finish Moon Knight. Okay. So I'm done talking about Moon Knight. You're okay. No spoilers. But anyway, amazing show for so many reasons. I've really enjoyed. I've just a little last thing on Moon Knight. I think Moon Knight is way better than the Captain America and Winter Soldier thing that they did. It was great. It was okay. But personally, Moon Knight, way better. Anyway. Okay. So, Ashlab Project. For the people that doesn't know what the Ashlab Project is, pour ceux qui ne connaissent pas le projet Ashlab, c'est la compagnie Hasbro qui font dans le fond ils présentent un projet et ils ont besoin de backers. Donc, les gens, ils embarquent ou ils embarquent pas pour backer le projet qu'ils veulent faire. Et habituellement, ils présentent quelque chose qu'ils ne feraient pas habituellement parce que le projet est trop gros. It's a big project. So, what they do, they present a project and they need backers. If there's enough people that back the project, they create that big toy. The first one that we've got was, of course, the Jabba Barge, which was an amazing project. And I think I've never saw one with my own eyes yet. And if I'm not correct on the prices, I'm sorry, but just to give you a general idea, when you've backed the project with the first one, I think it was like around, I'm talking in Canadian money, so US it's way less. I think it was around $700 Canadian for you to back the project. Donc, je pense que quand on voulait backer le projet la barge de Jabba the Hutt, qui était énorme, je n'ai pas encore vu une de mes yeux, là, ça coûtait à peu près 700 $. Il faut prendre en considération que le 700 $ ne comprend pas le shipping, ne comprend pas les douanes, ne comprend pas les frais UPS ou bien les frais FedEx. Fait que tu te fais ramasser puis ça te coûte 1000 $. Hein, bon, une good old Canadien français, tu te fais avoir. When you back that thing, $700, but doesn't include shipping, doesn't include custom rate, doesn't include FedEx and or UPS fees, so you ended up paying $1,000. Anyway, and I think it went great. They added some bonus when they reached like 3,000 and 5,000 backers. They give you like little extra stuff, little figures, little things, or whatever. So they did a great job. And at first, I was not personally interested in purchasing or backing the project because, first of all, I didn't have that kind of money available to back something like that, and I didn't know how much I was going to pay FedEx or UPS or customs, and so I was afraid that it would be a terrible idea. But many people did, and I went 2 days ago to see how much I would have to pay to have one here in Canada, and I found one available for me to buy without shipping at $3,800. $3,800 canadiens sans comprenant ça comprend pas le shipping ici au Canada. Donc, c'est sûr et certain que c'était un investissement pour ceux qui ont été capables de mettre la main sur un barge et qui ont backé. Même si ça m'avait coûté 1000$, à cette heure, ben, ils se vendent 3800. Je n'ai vu un, peut-être qu'il y en a qui sont moins chers que ça, mais je n'ai trouvé un pas plus tard que là 2 jours à vendre sur Internet pour $3,800. Fait que c'est sûr c'était le premier. Of course, it was the first one. So the first one is always like, ooh, magic. So they gain more profit on it. They will gain more value. The second one that they did is, of course, the Mandalorian Razor Crest, this amazing ship. And once again, I think it was around $700. Once again, I'm always saying Canadian money. So it's about $500 US, or even less. I don't recall. I did not back the project either, but I managed to find 3 over here, so I'm really happy. Mais le deuxième projet, c'était le Razor Crest, le vaisseau dans The Mandalorian. Et le vaisseau est incroyable. La grosseur, c'est pour les figurines 3 pouces et demi, un petit peu plus, 3,75. Et c'est super, c'est vraiment incroyable. C'est un vaisseau qui est hallucinant. They did a really great job with the Razor Crest. They added some stuff like figures and little thingies like you've got the carbonite figures that the Mandalorians collect for his bounties, and there's even this closet with all the guns. Donc, il y a vraiment des items vraiment cool qui ont rajouté, des figurines, tous les personnages qui sont en carbonite que Din Djarin il ramasse pour ses bounties, l'armoire avec toutes les armes. Vraiment, vraiment, ils ont fait un bon job. Yeah, it's way out of my price range. Exactly, the same thing for me, and I totally understand. So what I did is I've waited for people to receive them, and I've purchased a few of them, but at bigger price, probably at around the same price that I would have paid, but I wanted to make sure that I would not get any surprises with customs, with shipping, so I purchased them locally. After the famous race, avant de parler du troisième qu'ils ont fait, before talking about the third project, for the Razor Crest, I was really surprised to see that now over here in Canada, the last prices that I saw, if you want to purchase one, goes as high as $1,400 Canadian money. So, j'étais extrêmement surpris de voir déjà, après quelques semaines, quelques mois, depuis qu'il est sorti, qu'en ce moment, un prix ici, local, là, au Canada, pour mettre la main sur un Razor Crest, ça va déjà jusqu'à 1400$. Est-ce que ça va monter autant que le Sail Barge? Je ne sais pas. Probablement pas, parce que je sais qu'ils en ont fait beaucoup plus que le Sail Barge au niveau de la quantité qui a été shippée. Il y a eu beaucoup plus de commandes, il y a eu beaucoup plus de backers. I'm not sure if the Razor Crest is going to gain as much value as the first one, because they did a lot more. There were a lot more backers, I think, on that project than the first one. So I would be really surprised if they ended up having a value of $3,000 over here in Canada. But we never know. We're already halfway there. So, donc, c'est ça. Je ne sais pas si c'est quelque chose que vous trouvez intéressant. On rend un petit peu les systèmes exclusifs pour les collectionneurs, mais encore là, il faut que tu aies de l'argent. Tu sais. It doesn't necessarily you're saying I know. I'm doing this in French and in English, but perhaps you don't even understand my English because my English is not really good, you know. That's another language, but I'll have to find a name for it. So, good to see you, by the way, Sam. Um, so the third project that they did, le troisième projet qu'ils ont fait dernièrement, c'est le Rancor. They did this Rancor. It was supposed to be massive, the biggest action figure beast that they ever produced. But it didn't work. It didn't work. They did not have enough backers to produce this thing. So is there going to be another one? Is there going to be another project that they're going to present? I don't know. I hope so. My English isn't the best either, to be fair. Good to see you, man. Donc, le dernier projet qu'ils ont présenté, Ashlab, c'est le Rancor. Méga Rancor, les articulations qui bougent. Je pense qu'il pouvait quasiment passer ta tondeuse puis déneiger ton entrée. Mais ça n'a pas marché. Ils n'ont pas eu assez de backers, donc ça l'a foiré. Donc là, est-ce qu'on va avoir un troisième Ashlab Project? Je ne sais pas. Peut-être que oui, peut-être que non. J'espère que oui, parce qu'il y a tellement des bonnes idées qui peuvent se servir pour présenter des gros jouets. I really hope there'll be a third project because there's so many things that they can use and create for big toys, big project. I mean, can you imagine a Tanty 4? Can you imagine a Imperial Shuttle? A real big ass Imperial Shuttle, like really big, or even, I mean, I can dream, Star Destroyer. I mean, a huge, massive Star Destroyer. It would be amazing. And this is only like the one that go through my mind. If you have other ideas, go ahead. You can comment. Donc, ça pourrait être hallucinant de voir les autres projets qu'ils pourraient présenter. Un Star Destroyer. Est-ce que vous pouvez imaginer la grosseur du jouet? Que ça serait un Star Destroyer fait pour les figurines de Vintage Collection de cette grosseur-là. Le Star Destroyer ne rentrerait pas dans un garage. Ça pourrait être incroyable. Ça pourrait être le Tanty 4. Ça pourrait être un bon projet intéressant. What I'm wondering is it because they created this, instead of doing a shuttle, they did like a creature instead of a shuttle, and that's the reason why that it didn't work for the Rancor? Or is it that they gave bonuses at, I don't remember how many thousand people that backed it up? We're going to put some sand. Come again? We're like giving rocks and skulls and little thingies that you can put on the floor. I think that they've lost a lot of people right there. And instead of adding a great figure or adding something cool, we're going to send you a bag of sand. Sure, good idea. Well, it was not really sand, but you know what I mean. It wasn't great. It was not a very good idea. Donc, j'espère que ça va continuer. J'espère qu'ils vont avoir d'autres projets comme ça. Mais bon, est-ce que c'est une bonne idée? Is it a good idea to continue this? Because I know that they make this exclusive, but once again, it's pretty much, it's a lot of money. Worst if you're not in the US and shipping doesn't cost you that much and you don't have to pay for custom, because over here, that's the problem. You have to pay custom shipping, FedEx fees, and it ends up costing you your mother-in-law. Some people would be happy to sell their mother-in-law. That's not my case, but you know what I mean. Dernier sujet que je veux parler ce soir, the other subject that I wanted to talk about. And by the way, if you guys have any comments on the things that I've seen today about the series or about the Ashlab projects or any idea, go ahead. If you're not watching this live, no worries. You can add comments and I'm going to receive them. And I'll be happy to comment and answer your questions if you have some. Donc, si vous êtes en train d'écouter ça et vous n'êtes pas en direct, gênez-vous pas, vous pouvez quand même écrire des commentaires et ça va me faire plaisir de regarder ça. Michael Torres is in the house. I won't tell your wife tonight. um, good to see you, Michael. By the way, yeah, Slave One would be a great project, but it would not be called Slave One. It would be called Slave Two. No, Rapid Fire Boba Fett Starship. Come on, I mean that's another subject all by itself. Why do you change the name of this iconic ship because there's the name slave in it? I mean, come on. For me, that like you're kidding me, right? Uh, like I said, now we're not going to call Slave Leia Slave Leia. We're going to call her Slave 2 Leia. I mean, oh, my camera is like out of focus. I don't feel so good. Better? Worse? I purchased that camera because it was supposed to be a great camera for great close up and zooming and stuff, but I'm blurry. Ah! Anyway, so yeah, why are they changing the name? Can you please focus my face? There you go. But hey, that's once again, we're here to talk about stuff. Um, Everyone's opinion is okay. We all have the right to have our own opinion about stuff, and I don't consider the this or this or this opinion the right answer. I'm open for discussion on everything. Donc c'est ça. Comment est-ce qu'on va appeler Slave Leia si on est obligé d'appeler Slave One le Rapid Firing Thingy là, tu sais, à un moment donné. Je comprends là. Oh, moi je suis un petit peu insulté parce que tu utilises ce mot-là. Mais qu'est-ce qui va arriver là, si les faucons, tu sais, if Falcons started a riot, I don't like you to use my name. Come on, we're gonna call it the Millennium Sandwich or the Millennium Burger, or because I don't know, it's the Millennium Falcon. On l'appelle le Faucon Millennium. On peut commencer à changer de nom parce que les faucons vont faire une grève là, tu sais. Fait que c'est anyway. C'est ça. Ça, c'est mon opinion. It was my 2 cents on that subject. Le dernier sujet que je veux parler ce soir, the last subject I want to talk about, it's pre-orders. And it's like, well, it goes with the Ashlab Project, but I'm talking more about get that pre-order right now and receive it in a year and a half. And maybe 2 years because it's going to get laid. Get laid. Get late. Get laid. It's gonna get laid. Who wants that guy? Donc, je vais vous parler des pre-orders. Qu'est-ce que vous pensez des pre-orders? It looks like it's starting to get this new frenzy on pre-orders, and when you pre-order that thing, you're gonna be able to receive it, and it won't be available in stores. Ooh! And I've heard so many terrible stories about pre-orders. Well, at least around here in Canada. J'ai entendu toutes sortes d'histoires horribles par rapport aux pre-orders sur des items. Je comprends, là, les items, là, on sait que là, le Bib Fortuna s'en vient. Et là, après ça, là, on sait que, je sais pas, là, je ramasse qu'est-ce que ça a. Ah, ben après ça, c'est celui-là. Là. Après ça, ok, c'est quel? Là? Après ça, c'est l'autre Bib Fortuna. Puis on peut les acheter en pre-order. Puis là, ben, tu vas être le premier à le recevoir, là, peut-être même avant qu'ils sortent dans les Walmart ou dans les Target. So, people like to get their pre-orders. They're going to make sure that they're going to receive that figure. They won't have to run around in Targets or Walmarts to find that figure. I understand, but I'm so... I find it so funny when people show their pictures of them opening their box and they show the card back, and the card back looks like this. Stupid Walmart! Stupid Target! They've sent me my pre-order in the bubble envelope. Well, go get it yourself at the store, man, because you know that those idiots are gonna put them in a bubble envelope, or even if you have to fit it in a box, they're gonna use that box that small. You're gonna take that card back. There you go. Oh, I'm going to put in some bubbles to make sure that it's okay. And they're going to send it like that to you. So, I'm laughing my ass out. My ass off. Not out, off, whatever. Ça me fait tellement rire parce que les gens, ils montrent des photos quand ils reçoivent leur affaire là, de Walmart ou Target sur Internet. Puis ils disent, ils ont tout cassé ma card back. Moi, je suis un collectionneur. Ben, va la chercher toi-même, man. Fait que, mais c'est encore là, c'est mon opinion. C'est correct, les gens ils veulent s'assurer de l'avoir en premier, ils veulent s'assurer de mettre la main dessus pour pas être obligé de courir après dans tous les magasins alentour de la ville, tu sais. Mais est-ce que c'est quelque chose qui vaut la peine? Puis comme j'ai dit tantôt, j'ai entendu des histoires d'horreur. I've heard some terrible story about pre-order. Not only the fact that they received their items all fucked up, mais plutôt que tu fais affaire avec un magasin. You're buying this not necessarily with Target or not necessarily with Walmart because there's no Target in Canada. You have to pay in advance. So you pay, you put your I don't know, $200 or $300 on your credit card, and you wait, and you wait, and you wait, and you wait. But since you're not dealing with directly like a big store, you ended up dealing with Bob's Toys or Yoda's Workshop. No, I'm not doing any pre-order. I'm not a store. But you know, you understand what I mean. And you're waiting, and you're starting to see people receiving their bib fortunas or whatever, their figures, and yours not showing up. It's like, what the... donc, toi, t'es là, puis t'attends, puis t'as fait affaire avec Bob Jouet, là, et puis tu le reçois pas. T'as mis 300$ sur ta carte, t'es supposé le recevoir. Mais là, ça rentre pas. Fait que là, ben, à un moment donné, tu t'écœures, puis t'écris au gars. So one day, you're like fed up to wait, and you send an email to this guy, to Bob. So, hey, Bob, where's my figure, man? Because everyone's receiving them, and it was supposed to be pre-order. So, the worst thing that I've heard, the worst story that I've heard, and I've heard that story like last week with one of my friends talking about that. So this guy purchased the figures and doesn't receive them, sends an email to Bob. Bob, where's my figures? And this guy says, well, you know, I'm gonna, they're coming soon. Okay, mais quand? When are going to show up? When are they going to show up? I'll get back to you in a day or two. Okay, I'm going to wait for more. Some more. Donc, ok, je te reviens dans 2-3 jours, je te reviens dans pas. Parfait, moi attendre encore. Là, finalement, finally, what you understand when this guy is sending you an explanation, yeah. Hey, Joe, what's up, man? Good to see you. So don't be afraid. Once again, if I speak in French, don't go away. I do my best to say the same thing in English, but as you know, my Anglais is not much very well of the good, you know. So this guy's sending an email saying, oh, by the way, we're out of stock. We don't have them anymore. Come again? And you talk to other people and you learn that Bob Toys sold your figures that you purchased in pre-order for more money. So you paid, I'm throwing numbers like this in the air. I paid $25 for every action figures in pre-order. So I was waiting. And Bob did not send me the figures. So you learn that someone else, one of your friends, purchased the figures from Bob, but he was selling them at $35 or at $30. So he was able to make more money on selling them to someone else. So your order, your pre-order, is, well, down in the toilet, and you'll never receive your action figures. But that's not the worst part. But I'm going to translate this in French. Donc, ce qui est arrivé, c'est que notre ami Bob Jouet, il a envoyé un email à au gars qui avait fait le pre-order. Puis il dit, je m'excuse, hein, on est out of stock, on n'en a plus. Comment ça, t'en as plus, man? Je te les ai payés en pre-order. Comment t'es supposé m'en réserver? Puis là, ben, t'apprends par un autre de tes amis qui a acheté aussi chez Bob. Toi, tu les avais payé 25$ en pre-order. T'étais content, tu sais, hey, 25$. Fait que là, t'apprends que ton ami, lui, il les a achetés, mais il les a payés 35. Ou il les a payés 25. Pas 25, 35$ de plus. Fait que là, ce que tu comprends, c'est que Bob, il les a vendus 5 ou 10$ de plus à d'autres mondes. Mais c'était tes figurines à toi que tu avais réservées en pre-order. Fait que là, tu te fais fourrer. But that's not the worst part. Listen to this. My friend, he put $300 on his credit card. So in this email, Bob says, and by the way, to be as a good gesture, I'm gonna send you back your money. Come again? As a good gesture? What? Fait que le gars, il écrit en plus, il a le culot d'écrire dans les emails, pour montrer, pour faire un bon geste, je vais te rembourser ton 300$ sur ta carte de crédit. J'espère, esti. Tu m'as pas envoyé, bonhomme. C'est que je vais pas te donner 300$ si tu m'es pas. Ouais, mais c'est parce que tu l'as déjà payé. Fait que là, le gars, là, s'il décide qu'il te rembourse pas, là, tu l'as payé, toi, le pre-order. Ben, hein, il peut le garder. Est-ce que. Mais là, il dit, moi, pour être gentil avec toi, là, je vais te rembourser. Ben oui, tu pourrais être gentil avec toi. Anyway, so that's kind of my point of view on pre-orders. I don't know if it's a good thing. Is it? Because I mean, in everything, there's always going to be people that's going to try to bend the rules or use the system to make money out of that brand new way to deal. So I'm wondering, is pre-order that new thing that you can scam people? Like, oh yeah, by the way, I did not have enough for you because I sold them at a higher price to someone else. So as you guys know, c'est ça. Je me demande si c'est-tu vraiment une bonne affaire de faire des pre-orders ou bien dans le fond c'est juste une nouvelle façon de fourrer le monde, tu sais. Parce que tu envoies ton argent, tu payes en avance parce que c'est un pre-order, mais le gars, il l'a vendu dans le fond, le bonhomme. Mais là, il a la chance de le vendre plus cher à quelqu'un d'autre, fait qu'il peut bien te fourrer, puis il peut bien dire, gars, tu m'as déjà payé, je vais garder le cash. Là, bonne chance, toi, de commencer à appeler ta banque. Là, hey, en passant, Bob jouait, là, il m'a fourré, j'ai jamais reçu les items. Là, il dit, ouais, ben là, attendez, là, est-ce que vous avez des preuves de ça? Ben là, non. Ah ouais, ben attends, il faut que tu communiques avec, là, la banque va communiquer. Hey, là, c'est compliqué, est-ce bonne chance, là, parce qu'officiellement, c'est toi qui l'as acheté. Definitely just find a store guy rather than pre-order. Yes, yeah, exactly. That I think it's the right way. Or at least you buy it if they have it in stock once they receive it. And if you ended up not having it, they'll be reprinted or they'll do more figures eventually of the same thing. I understand it's not the same thing as when they're doing exclusive stuff. Je comprends s'ils font des pre-orders puis c'est juste des affaires très exclusives que tu peux juste avoir là puis qui en sortent. They did this for, well, it was not pre-order. They did this for the May the 4th with the Ashoka sabers. They did like 6,000 lightsaber and they went out like super fast, but that's okay. I mean, you're first, you get them, but if it would have been pre-order, at least you're dealing directly with, I don't know what company did the sabers, probably Master Replica or something. At least you're sure that you're not dealing with a third party that will end up using your credit card. So that's once again my opinion on that subject. So what do you guys think about the pre-order story? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I totally understand when people have enough money that they don't really care. But personally, if I pay something, even if it's $25, and this dude writes me an email and says, "Oh yeah, by the way, I don't have your figure anymore because I'm out of stock," but you learned that he sold it at a higher price to someone else, I would be fucking pissed, you know. So that's about it, guys. We're at 1 hour. Hey, on a fait 1 heure juste. C'est incroyable. J'ai fait le tour des sujets que je voulais vous parler aujourd'hui. Je suis content. I'm happy that we went through all those subjects. I don't want to stretch out the l'élastique. Um, so that's it for this episode of the Vintage Kids Yoda's Workshop podcast. So I hope you guys will be there next week. Ouais, j'espère que tout le monde va être là encore la semaine prochaine. Si vous avez des idées, if you have ideas for next week's subject, go ahead. I'm open to talk about everything, as you guys know. I'm not only into Star Wars, I'm into all kinds of toy lines. Ça me dérange pas de parler de n'importe quelle ligne de jouets, des collections, des cartes, des ci, des ça. Il y a des choses que je parlerai pas parce que je les connais pas. There are things that I'm probably not gonna talk about because I have no idea about it. Like, I understand people love Pokemon's cards and stuff. I have no clue. Je connais rien là-dedans. So I cannot talk about Pokemon for an hour because the only thing I know is Pikachu and that's about it. And that this guy is yellow and whatever. So I respect everyone that enjoys every kind of toy lines. But what I want to do over here is talk about stuff that I know. I want to share my knowledge with you guys. Donc c'est toujours oui, les Boba Fett variants, man, juste ça serait super cool. Hope to get on early. Yeah, well, Joe, this is going to be available on Facebook, and it's going to be available on the Yoda's Workshop YouTube page that I created last week. Donc, je répète ce que j'ai dit un peu au début. Maintenant, les podcasts vont être disponibles sur YouTube. Là, évidemment, c'est le deuxième épisode. Il n'y a pas d'intro, il n'y a pas de vaisseau qui vole, il n'y a pas de toutes sortes d'affaires. J'apprends. So, it's our second episode. There's no intro with flying thingies and, like you can see in other podcasts. I'm learning. R2 variants, great idea. Donc, je vais continuer à essayer de m'améliorer. I'm going to try to do my best to make this thing even better and more interesting every week. And like I said, I mean, let's do this every week. Let's make this our get-together happy time. You guys know I'm in Montreal, near Montreal, so I'm on Eastern Standard Time. I'm in the New York timeline, whatever. Timeline sounds marvelly. Donc, c'est ça. Fait qu'on va se revoir la semaine prochaine. It's good to have you, man. I really enjoy reading your comments. I really enjoy seeing you guys here. Like I said in the first episode, and I'm going to say it every week, even if there's one person, even if there's real time, yeah, even if there's 0 person watching it live, it doesn't matter to me. I'm going to do this. I'm going to post it on Facebook and YouTube, and some people might watch it. I'm doing this for fun, just like I'm collecting, just like the reason why Yoda's Workshops exist. I am not a shop. I don't have a shop. I don't have a store. I'm collecting just like every other collectors all around this planet. So, je fais ça pour le plaisir, je fais ça pour le fun, je fais ça pour vous autres, je fais ça pour moi, pour avoir du fun. Puis, continuons à faire ça à toutes les semaines. Puis, je vous invite, I invite you guys to share this podcast. Why not? Even share Yoda's Workshop group. I'm not looking for numbers. I'm looking for more friends, more collectors. So that's it. Donc, merci. Hey, bonne semaine. Have a great week. May the force be with you all. If you have any questions, send it to me. I'll be happy to answer. If you're looking for something in particular, you want to talk about a particular subject, just let me know. I'll be happy to do it. So that's it. Be safe, be good, be wild, be you. This was the Vintage Kids of Yoda's Workshop podcast. Bye tout le monde. Take care.